Welcome back to the Rocky Homestead. I'm doing this video to tell you a little bit of the history in my family. This barn that you see standing behind me, this barn was built by my great-granddad and my granddad. Way back, I couldn't tell you what years it was, but it's an old hand-hewn log barn that they had a lot of. I remember seeing hogs in there, cows, and even some mules. Right? I remember seeing corn and hay stored in it. That was many, many years ago. That was back when I was just a little kid. But a lot of history here on this old place. Right at the moment where the camera is standing is right on the line, the property line. We no longer own this barn, but we have some good neighbors that do own it. But I don't know how long it's going to be able to stand there. It's gradually falling down, but a lot of history. You see the markings here. This was axe marks that they used, that they put in there. They're trying to shape or get the log down to the right size. The old these here was notched just for the logs to tie in with each other. As you can see, all the way up through there is those axe marks. Pretty interesting. And them marks was done by my great-granddad and my granddad, which has been long gone. But their marks are still here. Test of time. But this is also a little bit more of the inside of this old barn. The top's trying to come down. But this is the hallway. And this is like a corn crib over here and a corn crib over there. It's just slowly falling down. Hopefully, if they do tear it down, that I'd like to get some of the logs and maybe make me a smokehouse out of them. That's what my idea is. And we're going to walk outside. You can see over there where the tractor is and everything, that's my place. So it's just right here at the place. Then right down here, this is an old road to go down beside in front of the barn. There's the barn. Then right down there at the bottom where it flattens out, that was the old highway. Now the highway now is up there, way past the gate and on up through that little field looking place. That's the old yard to my granddad and grandma's house that once stood. It's not standing there no more. Once stood there. And that old grain bin standing there, me and Dad actually put that up when I was just a boy. Now when the road was down here, right down there, here where this barn is standing is where the old house was, and then the barn was up there where that old house was. But then when they put the highway through up here, they just went ahead and moved the house up there, and then put the barn down here where the old house place is. Okay, now we're standing in this old road bed that I told you was down at the bottom of the hill from the barn. I'm over a little ways from the barn, but this is the old road bed here. It's been a long time since there's been a vehicle up and down it. A lot of trees growed up in there, and it goes right through there. Got a lot of sheep meal there I got to pick up. But this field right here, this little field, used to be the garden where my dad grew a lot of good food in there. But this is gonna be where we put our cows. And I'll show you another thing right down here. And it's pretty cool, I think. And well, it's just along with the history part. You know, it used to, people, they didn't have refrigerators, of course, long before there was electricity and what have you. But what they would do, especially like keeping their milk, of course you think, well, what in the world are they doing with milk? How would they keep it? Just drink it all up as fast as they milked it? No, they wouldn't. They would put it in a place like this right here. This is a spring, live spring. It never runs dry. I have never seen it run dry. And my granddad never seen it run dry. My granddad never did either. But there's a branch right there. That's pretty cool right there. And but they had a rock built up around this, right in that area there. Right in there, they had rocks built up to where when that branch got up, it wouldn't wash nothing out of the spring. And there's the spring, and you can see the water coming out right there. I believe you can anyway. See if I zoom in, you see the water running out from underneath the ground. That water stays, I think, right around 56 degrees, even in the hottest of summers. Then what we're going to do is this water, that creek eventually will dry up somewhat when it gets dry and hot in the summer. And then we're going to, except for what comes out of this spring, it runs down, right down through here. Uh-oh, there's Vader trying to climb a tree, and I decided not to. They all have to follow me down here. There's Rosie, being her lovely self. And then what we're going to do is fix a place right here to where the cows can drink fresh spring water year-round, right here in this little pool. And it comes directly out of that spring, and you see the watercress, which is, there was watercress in the spring growing. And yes, it is edible. It's not bad. You can make watercress salads out of it. But anyway, we're going to where they can get down in here and drink fresh, clear spring water year-round. And that'll be a huge asset on our part. They'll enjoy good, cool water during the hottest of the summers. But there's an old, where the wild hog got in here and done a little rooting around. We're going to have to do something about the wild hogs. Anyway, yeah, we have wild hogs here in northern Arkansas. Sure do. And the cat, right there, it's trying to, it don't know what it wants. It's right down in there, it's trying to climb trees, and then it's meowing like it's lost. There you are, that's old Vader right there. And my wife named him Vader because of Star Wars Darth Vader. And I guess it's because of the black and the white. But anyway, there right there is another thing of history, is this old disc. This old disc, I remember my granddad riding that seat right there behind a horse, and the horse would pull the disc, and he would disc up the ground for his garden. Now this did have a truck, or they call it a truck, on the front part of it here, right here, and it had two wheels, and then it would hold the front part of it up. But my granddad always just hooked the horse to that part right there, and when the horse took off, it'd lift up and it'd take off. And that's just a part of history also is that old disc. That's pretty neat deal right there. Yeah. So anyway, there kind of Rosie running, Vader down there. But like I said, my dad used to turn this into a garden every year, and grew some pretty good stuff down here. But I'm gonna have a garden up on the hill, up there behind the house. I think it'd be maybe in front of the house, wherever I decide to put it up there. I'd rather have it up there, and I keep a better check on it because of deer. They kind of like my garden stuff. I don't understand it, but I don't know. They just do. But anyway, that's the house up there. If you can see it, and there's a cat on an old wood post right up there. I think that is the cat we call Mister. We have two of them look a lot alike. It's Mister, and then the other one is Pumpkin. And anyway, that's back in my chicken house and what have you. Anyway, this gives you a little idea. This gives you a little idea on how the place is. And I thought I'd share it with you. And I appreciate y'all stopping by and visiting with me a little bit again. And we'll have more vids to come. And may the good Lord keep you and bless you until we meet again. And we will meet again. God bless. Bye-bye. Don't know what thing about it. I'll catch it, but in a minute. Oh, it's got. I'll find the card.